Hola, buenos dias, it's Kai Pacha with the weekly Pele Report. Seems like forever, all I did was like skip that 1 week. Anyway, it's January the 8th of 2020. Oh yeah. I'm kind of down here in the land of the waterfalls. The moon is in Gemini. A little curiosity. Let's check this place out. Look at the size of this boulder over here. It's Boulderville. There's a couple in the background. That's for the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. That's Saturn right there. Sitting on top of Pluto. I mean, really, on Sunday. On Sunday we have a Saturn-Mercury-Pluto-Sun conjunction. I mean, they are all on top of each other. It's really amazing. It's a culmination. It's the big time. In the meantime, before that, right, the moon tomorrow moves into Cancer. And we know what? Cancer is opposite Capricorn. So we would have a full moon if they weren't like right next to the moon's nodes. So instead of that, we have a lunar eclipse. A lunar eclipse going on. And that is on Friday. So the moon moves on after that lunar eclipse. She goes into Leo on Saturday. Moves right on through Leo into Virgo on Monday. So what else you say? Well, you know, today, as I'm giving this report, actually, Jupiter which is also in Capricorn, right? I mean, along with Ceres and like everything else, it's conjoined together with the south node of the moon today. But it moves so slowly, we could say it's, you know, for a couple of weeks. Jupiter conjunct the south node. Mercury is in sextile to Neptune today. So there's just like so much going on. By Friday, even Uranus, the planet of unpredictable, wild, unforeseen events, stations, stops, dead in its tracks, and, you know, is going to go direct after that. So then if you think things are, you know, going crazy now, they're really going to go crazy with Uranus going direct. And then we have the great conjunction. The sun actually comes around on Monday and does an exact conjunction there with Pluto, rapidly followed by Saturn on the same day, Monday. Yeah? There we go, downstream. But no matter what, the river just keeps on flowing out to the sea. So anyway, you know, what else? Venus is like cruising right along and comes into a sextile with Uranus by next Wednesday, but I can talk about that in the next Pele Report. Let me find a good place. I really love this particular scene here because of these straight, flat rocks. I mean, it's almost like somebody came along with a chisel and made some kind of a temple here. It is just so absolutely beautiful. You see those rocks? Very tripped out, man. Anyway, you know, if it's not the cicadas making too much noise and the river making too much noise, it's the wind making too much noise. But let's face it, nature is noisy. I'll just try to talk loud, man. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna give this a shot. I hope that you can hear me. The water is pretty loud, but you know, I can get closer to the camera or something. There is so much to talk about today. I'm going to start with the eclipse because it's coming first. It's coming on Friday. It's basically a huge full moon where the Earth is sandwiched in between the sun and the moon. And they're all in this direct alignment. And in this case, Mercury, okay, is also in the alignment with the sun. And in this case, okay, Saturn and Pluto, and even Jupiter is not that far away, are all in this huge alignment. It's like and the poor little moon is over here going, ah! You know, it's like, whoa, ah. Are we getting stretched? However, the moon is conjunct her north node, and whenever a planet is conjunct their north node, they are stronger. And the moon is in her own sign of Cancer, conjunct her own north node. These are powerful feelings. They can be powerful fears, powerful insecurities, wanting homeland security. You know, it's kind of like our inner child can really be freaking out these days, really feel threatened. So it's very highly emotional. We have to also look back 2 weeks. Look back 2 weeks to the solar eclipse. That was actually a time where the moon was on her south node, so she was somewhat weakened, and the sun was even conjunct Jupiter, very like super powerful. That was a time, and my Pele report I think reflected it, but it was about setting goals, you know, becoming determined, getting practical about manifesting our, you know, authority and asserting and I mean, so that was a time, that solar, you know, Saturn, Capricorn, Pluto, powerful time. And so the sun has a little more to do with the future and the moon with the past. So now, 2 weeks later, okay, maybe we set our sights, or we set some goals, or we made some business plans, or, you know, set things in motion. And now that the moon has come around, okay, we deal with all of the emotions and everything from the past, okay, that like comes up to stop us, all of our fears. I mean, this is like, I would say, the dark night of the soul for planet Earth. And I say that looking at the astrology. We know that the dark, the underworld, the root chakra, where the Kundalini life force and power really resides, is ruled by Pluto, Saturn, Uranus, and Chiron. These are the rulers of, you know, the root. The Pluto is the Kundalini force. It's wrapped with Uranus like your electrical nervous system. And then there's a hard shell, like a seed has a hard shell, like a pistachio nut. You know, Saturn symbolizes that shell, so that when we release our Kundalini, we break open that Saturn shell, and Uranus and Pluto come rising up, rising out. So when Saturn and Pluto come together, you know, this is like the most heavy, negative, dark time when these two come together. The last time they came together was in 1982. It's about a 38 to 40 year cycle. Those of you that are between the ages of 38 and 40 are really feeling this, because it's square to where it was when you were born. But let's look at this, and I talked about this in the other Pele report. You remember, I was peeling the banana, right? It's like we're getting stripped of everything non-essential. And that, you know, that has to deal with what? Loss. Letting go. Being blocked, being stopped, having it taken away. If we are resisting the evolutionary process of letting go, it will be taken by some external authorities or external military or external spouse or, partner or whoever, kids. So we can all be kind of feeling threatened right now, and we can all be kind of contracting. It's a time of like we're getting squeezed. I was squeezing my oranges this morning, for my juice, and it's just like, what? Squeezed. We're all feeling squeezed at this time. And what it's doing is we need to go down and anchor ourselves in a deeper place, find our inner core. And it's like, if you're up at the surface now, you are like a bobber. You're like one of those buoys out there in the, out there in the ocean, out there, and it's like the waves and the storms and the wind and you're getting really knocked around. And it's a message, Spirit speaking, get down, go in, Cancer, water, seek that lowest innermost level. This is where you will find spirit, you will find Gaia, you will find nature, you will find nurturing, you will find warmth, you will find emotional connection. This is the thing that we can really be talking about a lot, okay? In particularly these years ahead, not just now. This Saturn-Pluto is setting the seed for the next 40 years, for the next Saturn-Pluto conjunction, okay? And this seed can be cold. Capricorn is the mountain goat on the top of the snowy mountain. In the old astrology, Capricorn is a barren sign, right? It's just, it's very... And the Cancer-Capricorn axis is the security axis. And we can seek our security in Facebook likes, in social fame, in being, what do they call those? An influencer, right? Or, like getting recognition or becoming an external authority ourselves. And that can give us, but I'll tell you what, it's a false sense of security. Particularly when the south node of the moon is moving through Capricorn. K2, conjunct Jupiter. This can be Jupiter is big. K2 is karma. Saturn is karma. We're looking at a lot of karma. We're looking at, things coming back that we set off in previous lifetimes, earlier in this lifetime. Saturn is about reflection. This is a real time to reflect. And the moon reflects the light of the sun. So she is really super powerful now. And I want to encourage you. Your feelings are your truth. Not what you were told, not the external authorities, laws and rules and other people. It's coming into my own core, my own feelings. And a lot of people are going through a hard time right now. And I get these messages, and people are looking for help. And all I can say is that this is, it's sad but true, crisis brings people together. Whether it's fires in Australia or riots in Hong Kong or bombs in Iraq, okay? These crises, it's like people help other people. We care for other people. The mantra today, we wrap our arms around other people, around each other. We help each other. We love each other. We open our hearts through pain and suffering to the needs, the fears, the common humanity that we all share is that we are all sensitive spirit beings descended into a third dimensional world of separation. It's time to come together. Come together right now. And really, this can be so healing and so beautiful and so wonderful, and it can help. It can help us to let go of the past, to let go of the need for the job or the approval or blah, 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 blah. I mean, whoa. Let go of what? The judgments. Let's look at that for a little bit. These rocks are like not exactly the most comfortable spot, but you know, Saturn and Capricorn have to do with judgment, and you know, we can judge each other. The thing that's happening now, and I'm going to be talking about this a lot at Astrology Rising, this Pluto-Saturn is square to Eris, the goddess of discord. She's over there in Aries at 23 degrees, and this Saturn-Pluto's at 22. So it's only intensifying a lot of discord. She's the goddess of battle, okay? The goddess of war. She was Aries' sister. Anyway, when it comes to this discord, this is a time where we have to understand the positive side of discord. You know, when people disagree, when people have debates, look at the Democrats debating each other, you know, and then we'll have the Democrats debate the Republicans. There's discord, there's disharmony. And what that is that's bringing shadow up to the surface. You know, when somebody disagrees with you, it's like we go along and we're unconscious. You know, as kids, we're self-centered. You expect it. It's part of being a kid. I think about my toys and my food and my nap and my da-da-da-da. I mean, this is natural. Saturn is the process of maturing. As we mature, as we grow, instead of just focusing on ourselves, then it's our family, our house, our friends, and our community, until the older we get, the more objective we get, the more universal or planetary we get, the more our consciousness expands and takes into account so many others. Until that time, we can be selfish, we could be greedy. And what happens? Other people come up and they say, man, you're selfish. Dude, you're greedy. You know? I mean, and that's discord. Like, you know, they shake us up. They shake our world. And it's like, yeah, wake up, man. Grow up. Observe yourself. Mature. So, you know, this is part of the process of seeing shadow. And the shadow is dark. And it's like I want to put up this whole symbol of the yin-yang, right? The light is inside the dark, and the dark is inside the light. I mean, this is like really becoming aware. It's not like, oh, let's all be lights, you know, or oh, let's all be dark. We are all both, you know? It's like, hello. So, when it comes around to judgment, all I want to say is that, yes, we can misjudge the world, misjudge ourselves, misjudge our lovers. We can go around judging this, that, and the other thing. But what we can say is, what was the underlying intention of that person in their action. Was it conscious? Was it intentional? You know, the judge in the courtroom, you know, there's involuntary manslaughter. Okay, you run over somebody that you didn't see. You know, it's far better to be going beneath the event or beneath the phenomena or beneath what happened and look at what was the intention. And if you find that the intention was hoarding, greedy, cruel, selfish, egotistic, whatever, blah, 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 you know, but I encourage us all now to like really go in and go down and look at the deeper levels motivating our actions, and we may find compassion, we may find forgiveness, we may find that okay, they really messed up, but their intention was love, their intention was, you know, safety, their intention was to create something beautiful. So, you know, that in that way we can really come into this, you know, understanding that is part of the balsamic phase. Like I've been saying forever, we're closing 6,500 years of patriarchy. We are in the balsamic phase of the patriarchy, going deeper into chaos. And it's like this birth. And a birth for a human being can take a couple hours or a couple days. Mama's in labor, but it's a big squeeze. And that poor baby's head, you know, crowns, and mama cries. You know, the mama says men don't even know what pain is. So this baby has to push, and mama's got to push, you know, and it's a squeeze. We're all getting squeezed. And this is part of a birthing process. So we have to be really gentle. Moon in Cancer, lunar eclipse in Cancer. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your loved ones. Be gentle with the world. And not let discord turn into violence, turn into hatred. Come to the peace table. Don't stop listening. You know, it's like, it's when the Republicans don't listen to the Democrats and the Democrats don't listen to the Republicans. You know, the division widens. If we can live with discord, we can help each other evolve out of unconsciousness. Yeah, baby! Ow! You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to be talking more about this in the Astrology Hub Summit. It's a free summit with a whole bunch of astrologers, and I'm thankful to be invited. It goes 9, 10, 11, and 12, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. You know, I'm on Sunday. But yeah, it's all this weekend. And I'm going to be talking more about the balsamic phase that planet Earth and all of humanity is going through for all of 2020. I mean, this ain't just this week. This week is like time for a big push. It may be a big contraction that we're all feeling. We're all getting contracted. Anyway, the dark, the negative. We may be feeling the claws trying to, you know, the dragon trying to pull us down. And we can get into depression. We can get into despair. We can get into, fear that it's all gonna fall apart. It's all over. My life is over. I mean, we can go into panic attacks around this eclipse season. It's a whole season between the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. It's called an eclipse season. And this is like a really intense time, right? So, if you're not feeling it, you know somebody else who is, and you can show up for them and be a comfort. Be a pillar, be a rock in a raging storm. Frickin' go there. Be strong. Anyway, the mantra for today, right? When the claws of negativity are pulling me way down deep, I wrap myself in the arms of Great Spirit and trust her, my soul, to keep. I felt this last night, man. I've been feeling like so, burdened and so squeezed, and life is like so heavy and da-da-da-da. And last night I just had a jam session at my house, and we played music together. And it just it washed over me, right? The feeling and the love and the connection and the emotion. And it just it's like wrap your loving arms around somebody. Wrap your loving arms around yourself. Feel the arms of the Great Mother holding you, cradling you. Trust Mother Nature. Get out in Mother Nature. Go dunk yourself in a river somewhere. It's gonna be all right. Nations come and go. People come and go. Atlantis came and went. Rome came and went. Things go. Shit goes away. We are eternal spiritual beings. Tap into it. Gaia is not going away, right? Gaia, she's here. Tap into Gaia. Don't get lost in the temporary. The temporary is, you're going to lose whatever is temporary. So, connect to what is eternal, what is infinite. And that is your spirit, baby. Ow! All right, enough is enough. I just freaking get going. When the claws of negativity are pulling me way down deep, I wrap myself in the arms of Great Spirit and trust her, my soul, to keep. May you wrap yourself in the arms of Great Spirit. Namaste. Aloha. So much love.